Developed by Crows. Written by Davey. Please choose a screen and subtitle language. English. Confirm. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? No, I have not. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Perfect. Please enter the current time. What? Oh shit, fucked up. That's weird. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. What the hell? Look at that! It's looped in. Ooh. Let's look at this. Invert on. Subtitle size. I guess medium is pretty good. Medium. All these people are talking. I don't like this. I feel like I'm in a creepy office. Okay. I guess we'll play the game. Begin the game. The end is never. Oh.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Oh my god.
And Stanley was happy.
That's all that matters, really.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all
Rude.
his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. Pause this real quick. See. Okay. Here we go. Why did it want to know my time? What time is that? 11:20. No one's here. 427, that's me. I hate Mondays. Okay. This file's... There's nothing in there. Okay, so first off... Can I do it? It's like a keyboard. Weird. Okay. Oh! F1. What do I do? Oh, okay. I guess we'll leave, shall we? Hello? 429, you here? 428? Oh my god.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
A good shout. The meeting room?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm not really looking for my coworkers, Mr. Narrator. I'm just looking around. Okay, so conference room or something. What's this? 426. 420. Let's go check out that room. Am I right? That's a weird hallway right there. That's a weird one.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay. Ladder. Man, this office is messy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What? Okay, I'm going to the left, I guess. That's probably done now. There's nothing I can do about that. We're left. We went left. I didn't like that. I don't like choices like that. Oh, God. I want Ina to play this game now. Okay, so here's a meeting room. Rip Franz. Oh, my God. Franz? Do not alter with consulting whiteboard manager. Okay, meeting room, calendar. Can't read that. Oh my God. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Franz. Rip Franz. Go up to the boss's office. Look at this. What does this mean? Jim 431. What is that? Slides. Jim. There's someone in this office named Jim. Get Chris out of broom closet? What does that mean? What? What is this? The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items, write next day's agenda, reflect. It's just a really weird thing to like write. What the hell? What can I know about? Plan's doing better than our plan. Okay. What do people want? Things, money, what does that thing say? Happy feelings? Violet James, you are fired. James. Is Jim short for James? I think so. Bi-quarterly post-review. Review? We need reviews. 402 and 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule? What is that? But I think that's a stupid idea. More watercolors, more watercolor heaters? What? Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic, big net. Some sort of child trap? Throw something in the ideas bin. Okay, what does this say? 10, no more bins. Trash cans. 20, renaming of the idea of bin. 30, firing of me. Ideas bin. Recycling bin. Okay. I want to look for everything in this shit. I feel like everything has value. Someone's name is Jim. Someone named Violet James as well. Whoever Violet James is. Synergize core value, expenditures, shift global market parade. Monetize free to play, love it. Help, I'm gonna post it. Can I touch stuff? Why is this? Oh, I feel like this game's gonna scare me. Okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here,
Yeah, right,
so he
there's
turned around
weapons.
and got back on track.
No, there are weapons here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Oh, this is the kind of shit where I'm just like, what if I do this?
It was baffling that Stanley was still sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Okay. All right, so I have to go upstairs to my
Coming to a
manager's office.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
God, it's just telling me what to do, but it's giving me choices. There's got to be a moment where I break, or this could just be the playthrough where I just follow everything. Oh my God. Wonder what was to the right. Which one was through the right door? You know what? I'm not me. I'm Stanley. Okay, let's be Stanley. Stanley is happy. He wants to get back to work. Stanley loves his job. So Stanley would want to go to his boss's office. It's not me, it's Stanley. God, why do I think there's going to be like a clown or something right on the corner? Wow, okay. Executive bathroom, eh? Of course, we're checking this out. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Extreme bathrooms. This is not one. No receptionist? Mr. Burns, are you in? The beige pages. Can't even say that. There's got to be a trapdoor in here. If I've learned anything from this.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Get out of here.
Of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yo, Blue, welcome in. No way. That's so silly. Okay, so here's the keypad. That just gave me the keypad. I don't think so. I think it's just supposed
Stanley
to kind
just
of...
sat around twiddling his thumb. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I don't think it's scary, but it's making me make really...
2845.
It's making me make decisions. So like right now it's kind of trying to make me enter this password. But I don't want to enter it because, like the narrator said, Stanley doesn't know this. So if Stanley doesn't know, then I don't know. So we're not going to enter that. What are we going to do?
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override came
What the fuck? Ah!
open all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
That was weird. Why I was... Okay. I was accidentally looking at the thing that happened. So Stanley got on with the story. Whoop-de-doo, he says. I don't think the narrator likes me very much. Okay. This is outside my boss's office? This other side? What is this? This is very... What is that? Oh, it's a camera. Okay. Holy cow. There's an elevator? It's over here. I just don't think I can touch it. Oh, I'm in it. Fuck. Okay, well, we're in it. Loading. Oh man, we've made some decisions.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm in
There was a
this.
stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
So what he's saying, Stanley's woke. Stanley is newly... What is this? Electricity is woke. Newly woke. Okay. Never been to this part of the office before. 9:14.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What? Oh my god, there's a sign that says escape. Oh my god. So okay. Stanley likes his job, but Stanley's not an idiot, right? This has got to be the point where we break from what they're telling me to do. Because mind control facility, well, to be fair, maybe that's my job. Maybe I'm in charge of mind control. Maybe it's not like what I think it is. Maybe it's not mind control. Maybe it's something different. Escape is... That's just creepy. That just freaks me out. Red. Oh my god. Let's just go. Let's go in this mind control facility. It can't be that, can it? Alright, where's the subject?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Holy crap.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Jesus. It's like the Matrix. Do I have the strength to find out? So does that mean I could leave? Why am I even here? Let's go. I do have the strength. Let's see what's going on in this room. Employee observation protocol. Ah, here's a button. Cameras, okay.
Now the monitors brought to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What number was Stanley again? 4 something? It's like 427 or something. There's a picture right there. 430? What was that? It had like a heart or something on it. It was like 427 or something like that, right? Or is it 437? You know what? I can just go back here. 427. There you go. Alright, so let's look at it. There's our office. Yeah. Cool, I guess. There's a weird poster with hearts and stuff. I want to keep looking at these. This is crazy. Pirate? Okay. Let's keep moving on.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I hope not. I guess we'll see.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Maybe. This game is great. Hey, Bree. Yeah, we've made a few decisions already. Ooh, look, I'm cutting into my thing. Like, we got the green screen going. Apparently, we're over here now. So, we've entered the mind control facility, and Stanley's kind of not having a good time at the moment.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. So I haven't quite figured out when I should stop listening to the narrator. There's a part of me that feels like I should just keep listening to them for a bit. There are some moments where it does make sense. Like, as the character Stanley, there are things I would and wouldn't know. Oh, interesting. So it does make sense to make decisions on that. But everything else, oh, what's this big button? What if I go down here? I wonder what'll happen. Ooh. Cool. I'm not sure about. So, oh my god. I mean, I guess the real question at this point is, what else could I do? So, where I'm at, I've kind of made a decision. I think? Guess not really. I came in through that door right there. So I guess I could go up here. Oh, I can't go up here. Okay, I can't go up there. I guess we'll go over here. 5. Oh, there's buttons all over the place. 3. One. Oh. Where's 4? Is 4 up top there? Is that even a button or is that a light? Can't tell. I think it's just a light. Alright, let's try hitting these buttons, see what happens. 1. 2. There's a door up there. 3. Where's this button? There's 5. Whenever it's over here, I just can't see it. Where is it? Let's see. Can't see nothing. There is no 4. Let's just hit 5. Do anything? 4's up there. Alright, let's go through the door, guys. Mind controls, idle, awaiting input. What is this cerebral shit?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Exactly. So what do I push? I turn off? I turn it off, I think. They have me, if they really have me under mind control, I should want to turn this off. I shouldn't want this to keep going, because that's terrible. So let's turn it off, I guess. Is that it? The game over?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Oh shit.
He had won. He had
Fuck
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
I knew it. I'm
And
good at
yet,
this game.
even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to
I can move.
understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Jesus.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
What if I don't? Yeah. We did it.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation.
Scared the crap out of me, by the way.
Possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
This is how Skyrim starts, too.
And Stanley was happy.
Ah! I nailed it. I beat the game already. Fuck yeah, I'm so good at this game. Oh. Did I miss something? Fuck. Did I miss something at the end? Or does the game just start over like this?
All of his co-workers were gone.
It just
What could it
restarts.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
How did I do?
just a
Did I do pretty good? Is that a good ending? Is that a good ending? That seems like a pretty basic ending, the one I got. Alright, let's start breaking the rules.
When When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, did he? No, he didn't. He's
This
gonna
was
do
not
the
correct
opposite.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Exactly. Gotta see what's going on with the employees. Interesting. That first playthrough freaked me out a little bit. Now I have confidence. Unless a monster will truly get me, then I'm done. Hey, buddies, what's up?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
That was a good first run. Drinking, get it? Drinking.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. But
This
eager
guy's
to get
a
back
jerk.
to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh. Oh, does he now? He does not.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Okay. What's over here? Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Okay. Oh, I need a key card of sorts. I guess we're going to take the cargo lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
I could
here.
jump off here?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been
What the
neglecting,
heck?
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
If I jump off.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
He has my daughter? Seriously though, what if I jump off? There's an open door down there.
But in his efforts to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Now,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I'm gonna
and Stanley knew it
continue.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
no, he did not.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
All right, here we
Stanley,
go.
I think perhaps we've
Right back
gotten
where we
off on
were.
the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that
I'm glad I didn't
investing
get a
trust
trophy
in
for
someone
that.
else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this
I wonder if I could
time.
jump over there.
There's someone
Like at
you've
this
been
point.
neglecting,
Like if I jump
Stanley.
off like right now,
Someone you've forgotten about.
it's got to be something,
Please,
right?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
It's got to be something. For her, huh? Something to consider for the future.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Yes.
She's been waiting.
Where is she? I miss her. I love her. She's probably through this dark door. Ah!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another. Oh, no. You just unplugged the phone? Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
I'm a real boy.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well,
Not really.
I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
What the
Please
hell?
observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
What?
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome
What the
back.
fuck?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But
Oh.
not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Plug it back in. That shit was hilarious. I did not expect to be able to unplug that. What was the choice? Wait.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the
Hey!
platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
What the hell? Where the fuck is everybody?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Oh boy, I guess we're not doing that. Let's take the door on the left. That ain't happening. I guess. Wait. I guess let's go back, see what happens.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he did not.
No! Don't do that. Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
No! That's great. What if I go this way? Finally. I guess. Oh, look, everything's like...
It's
fuck.
ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
What?
I have to.
Holy... Get out of here with this. This is creepy now. I fucked up.
I'm here.
I fucked
I'm
up.
still here.
I
Here
fucked
in this
up.
pile of rubbish. With you.
fucked up.
You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are.
I know I fucked up.
My entire game is destroyed. It was the
I'm
only thing in
scared.
the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I
Yeah,
impress upon you
kind
how
of.
important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Hey,
Oh, my story.
mind you,
Just
Portals.
through the door on the
I
left,
never
you would
played
have seen it.
those.
There was a whole
Either of 'em.
underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so
I already
hard
did that.
on it. I tried so hard to make behave exactly as Stanley would.
Oh my
That
god.
means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just
Oh, we're
follow
going
my
right.
lead and you'll
We're
be
going
fine.
right. We're going
All
right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ah!
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Oh!
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope. Fucked it up again. So if I go here.
No!
Okay.
Why did you do
Oh,
that?
Jesus Christ.
Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley
Oh my
would.
God.
That means choosing responsibly and
Am I
always putting the story first.
It makes me
I'm
wonder if
quite
there's
sure
I
you'll
can
be
keep
up to the
if I could
task. Just
keep doing
follow my
this
lead and you'll be fine. All right.
or not.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It does make me feel like I'm just repeating at this point. Like it does feel like I'm actually breaking the game now.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
All right, we'll go
Behave
left.
exactly
I guess.
as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my
No.
lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We did it. We did it. Everything's good.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Of course. Can't go in the broom closet this time. All right, let's go down. Oh,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
can't go down anymore. I want to go downstairs. Oh, it's not a bathroom anymore. It used to say toilet. Is anyone here? Fuck. What the fuck? Why does the boss's office look like this? Just different bosses' offices.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley
Weird.
wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week.
Yeah, he
Night
did.
Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but
What?
now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Shark Boy.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Hello? Night Shark 115?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I don't know how.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one
What?
single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you
What?
wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
The fuck?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Huh?
he entered the door on his left.
This is
Stanley?
cool.
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
There's
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
What the hell?
All right.
Did I actually beat the game?
Stanley, this is important.
What?
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step.
Puzzle type
forward,
games, you should play
please.
Portals. Yeah, I've been meaning to. I just never really had access to it. Or actually, never really went out of my way, I guess.
This is more important than
boxes and stuff. I've seen some people play it. I just haven't really done it myself. What the hell?
So, you hear me?
I think I beat the game?
You're listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
Weird. Wait, the credits just stopped.
Time as you need.
Why'd the credits stop? What the hell? And then it just starts over again? What kind of trophies do I got for this game? I got 2 trophies. Get your first trophy, beat the game. What? Quit the game, then start again? Let's do that. Quit the game. Begin the game.
This is the story of a...
Skip. Did I get a trophy for that?
All of his
Guess not.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. So...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I guess we'll do one more run here where we kind of do the right thing, but also kind of not. So far so good. How you been, Blue, by the way? Welcome back. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Yet there was not a single
Just streaming on
person
Twitch
here
tonight.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
But yeah, this game was free. This game was free with PlayStation. Oh, look at this. Better safe than process. And so I was watching the Royal Rumble a little bit earlier. I wasn't planning on it, but then I caught it on TikTok, and then I decided to just chill and watch it.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
Mortal Crux. All right. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. Mortal, buddy, how you been? Welcome in, everybody. Gears, awesome. I've never really played any of the Gears games. Follow me on TikTok, awesome. Yeah, I've been over there a lot lately. I've had to take a break lately, but yeah, welcome in. Thank you, Mortal, for raiding me. Thank you, everyone that came over. I'm playing the Stanley Parable. I've just played through it a couple times, and so it's a quick puzzle game that you kind of play over and over. And so I'm kind of on my way through a 3rd playthrough. And then after that, we'll see. I might switch games or something. But yeah, welcome in, everyone. Thank you for choosing me, and welcome, everyone. Got a raid and run. No worries. Good to see you. Thank you again for choosing me. Go do what you got to do. Have a good night. No, not at the moment right now. Thanks, Mortal. So I've been trying a little bit. Like, I have access to live on TikTok, and I've gone live on there from time to time. Sometimes I'll do both. My computer doesn't really like when I do both sometimes because it's a lot, and so sometimes my computer doesn't run right because I'm only off a laptop. And so sometimes I'll do just TikTok streams where I'm just over there. Sometimes I'll try to do both, and sometimes I'll just be on Twitch. But I'm trying to figure out better things to do on TikTok for lives because I haven't been really in a mood to play video games lately. So streaming on 2 platforms just seems like a lot. Okay, but yeah, I do go live on there sometimes. Here we go. All right, this time we're gonna go downstairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Not this time, buddy. Whoa. Immediately turns weird. What's this? I should be able to pick stuff up like that. I wish I could see it better. Oh, wow.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Oh,
He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
look at this little car.
Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All
True.
because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
It is
As
weird.
Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
What?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were
Yeah.
they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to
Also,
himself.
why is there a
"This
car in
all
here?"
Too strange. This can't be real.
Yeah.
At last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. He
Awesome.
thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons.
Oh my God.
I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Exactly.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float.
Oh my
above the
God.
ground.
Maybe I am dreaming.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so
Cool.
lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my
Yeah.
head
Who is this guy?
dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
Jeez.
the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
It has to be a
But
dream
when
or
he's asleep, he
something.
doesn't have to take
Why is there a car in this
responsibility
room?
for himself. Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
What the hell? He's woke.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently,
Oh no.
and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Amen.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
Yikes.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
Don't open your eyes.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Shit. Still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is
God.
Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Ah.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Oh, it's just psycho.
And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although though she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Obviously.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Amen.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Oh my God.
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
The hell? I died. Okay, we're back again. All right, we're starting over again. You know what? Let's do another round. Especially for anyone that just came in. All right, so anyone that just came in the raid, welcome in. I'm Dodge, by the way. Thank you again, Mortal, for choosing me. We're, again, playing the Stanley Parable. It came out free on PlayStation, and it is just a goofy game where you make decisions, and there's a narrator kind of guiding you. And in all honesty, he's a little long-winded, and he talks a lot, but he's kind of funny, and it's kind of clever the way this works. So we're starting over. You're pretty much, this is our office, and you start here in the beginning, and you just kind of make choices.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant
Oh, wait,
memory.
we're not done yet.
What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Shit. Wait, this is different. We're still in the last one. I thought we started a new one. We're still going. Because that's how it starts.
How hard Stanley
Wait,
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his coworkers.
maybe not. Maybe this is a new one. That one says 4B6. Weird. Okay, so
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
we have a couple of choices here. Going on the right. In my head, there's a few options that I want to check out. There's a lot of options. There's a good, I don't know exactly. I think there's a good maybe 20 options you can do in this game for endings. I've seen 2.
Yet there was not a single
And this is
person
where we
here
were
either. Feeling a
when I
wave
got
of
raided.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
Walked up to
upstairs
his
to his boss's office.
Yep. And then this one has the bathroom. Why did it open? Oh wait, last time it opened too. I didn't mess with enough stuff last time. Alright, no one's here. Oh yeah, that's right.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings,
I did.
desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yep, there's no way I know this.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency
What?
override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And
What?
the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh. So that happens no matter what. So if I enter that, this happens. Interesting. Weird. Okay. Trying to break the system a little bit. Let's answer the phone call this time. Oh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go this way.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Wait,
Stanley
or maybe that was the other
himself.
way. I
Did
don't
he have
remember.
the strength to find out.
I don't remember. Let's go this way, I guess. I can't remember. I think maybe it was the other way. I'm trying not to be too much of a rebel,
Now
but
the monitors
it's just
jumped
part
to
of
life,
who I am.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
They're watching
And
us.
Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
So apparently I work for a job where we're pretty much under mind control. And
This mind
they're
control
watching us the whole
facility,
time.
It was too horrible to believe. It
Same
couldn't be
Z's.
true. Had
Being a
Stanley
rebel is just
been
too much
under
fun.
Someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
no.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
I did this.
Truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the
I can't remember what's
world?
over on this side. Here we go. Oh, that's right, the button.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he
that's
would
right.
dismantle the control.
Can't hear me.
And for all.
You can't hear me? Hello? Oh, it's on your side. Okay. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so this time, instead, I'm gonna hit the on button. Because I hit the off button last time and it opened up and it's like, wow, good job. But this time I'm gonna hit the on button. So I'm gonna
And when at
initiate the
last he
mind
found the
control.
source of the room's power.
On!
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After
Yeah.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is
Hell
that what
yeah.
you wanted?
I am in control.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
On.
You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making it more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now.
Do I let the time run out?
Your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
Let's let it ride.
Where we're
Let's call this bluff.
what all this means.
Let's call this bluff.
I don't really know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right,
Yeah, let me
I'm in
know.
a good mood. You're gonna die anyway.
Where are my
I'll tell you
coworkers?
exactly what happened to them. I erased them.
Is
I turned off the machine. I set you free.
this
Of
Stewie?
course,
Sounds like
that was
Stewie.
merely
I
in this
raised
instance of the
him.
story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing
Yikes.
buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Yikes.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Sure, it will
My
be.
goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time
What?
on the clock. Why not?
Come on.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
Maybe.
From button to button,
Oh.
screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons. No,
Oh.
these colored ones. Or maybe this big
I'm supposed to
red
be
button
like in here,
on this
maybe.
door.
I'm supposed to have ran.
Something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved?
Oh,
Do
look,
you
it's in
have
here too.
any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Oh, it's shaking a little bit.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
I'm not hitting any buttons.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're
Prove
only
it.
still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Prove it.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
Prove it.
You wanted to control this world, that's fine.
Prove it.
But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's
watching.
30 seconds you have left to struggle.
Oh, I know.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
Oh, I know.
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it
We're letting this go.
or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Did I get a trophy? No trophy on that run? Fuck, what do you have to do to get a trophy? Click on a door 435 times. Oh, click on door 430. Let's do that. Okay. Here's 430.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley, oh please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Come on, trophy.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Where is it? Ah.
Right. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
This is fun. I like this kind of trophy.
Now, back to door number 437.
Hurry.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Let's go.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Hell yeah. I'm trying. Oh. Now what? Am I doing it wrong? Maybe that's it. Is that the trophy? I can't jump on his desk, really. You know, like... Maybe that'll give me the trophy, that little thing. The input received. Because I can't jump on his desk. You know, and that's it. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Not this time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm going to try to go through that door right there. I'm going to try to jump
Look,
off right
Stanley,
here.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've... Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of that, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
All right. This is somewhere new.
Now,
Oh,
listen
man.
carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh my god. There's a white door as well. What if I go to... Oh my god. Another set of doors? Jesus. Fuck. We're gonna go blue. We're gonna go rebel.
Aha.
Oh!
You misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Rebel.
I still don't think we're
Jesus.
communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, here it is. Blue, baby.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've
I do.
chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I do.
You see, there's nothing here.
This is
I haven't even
crazy.
finished building this section of the map.
Yeah,
We're
blue.
never supposed to be here in the first place.
Look at this.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
I wanna
Is this
go
what you
blue.
wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Yeah,
Help me
apparently.
here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with
Ouch.
me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Yikes.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
This is interesting.
There we go.
Oh!
Third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Wow.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
Oh my god.
Tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I don't know what's good. 1? Let's go straight in the middle.
Oh, of course. A 3. Maybe. Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings. Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful.
Oh my god.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Whoa. Look at this. Wait. What is this? Worldwide leaderboard. 2 seconds. What the fuck? Do you know that 21% of players skip? This is you. That's funny. I guess let's go through it again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No, no worries. I'm about to be done with this too. It's kind of a quiet game. I didn't know what to expect. I appreciate you for hanging out. We're gonna go over it too.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it
Have a
some
good night as
playtesting.
well.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
This game is weird.
In this the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game,
Weird.
all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
This is
But
weird.
of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be
I'm good
sure
on
to
that.
keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
What the hell?
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I didn't want to say that baby. I don't even know that baby is. What is this? Oh my god!
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
Oh my god.
What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
No way.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture
This is
out and see
Firewatch.
what else is out there.
This game just turned into Firewatch? What? It's got to be the same developers or something, right? This game just turned into a different game. Ooh, cool S's. This is a different game.
Oh no. No, 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 it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that
This is
thing,
crazy.
That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Wow.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
That's got to be like a nod or just like a hint towards Firewatch. I don't know which one came out first, but that was crazy. I did not expect. What is this? Rocket League? This is crazy.
Exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
This is funny.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball.
Sports
What
ball.
fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Whoa, moving real fast now. Eee. This is ridiculous that they just like included other games in here. Again, maybe same developers in some way.
Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
Get in the goal.
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Can't get this in. There we go. I scored.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my
At least I
game,
scored a
and
goal.
What I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided
Feel
you
that.
didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Wee.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have so much.
Filing cabinets. Oh shit. Oh my god. I guess we're going this way now? Oh man, I'm freaking out. It's crazy. What do I do? This feels right. That's my office. What are you doing, Edna?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
What? We did it. Still no trophies? Weird.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, this one's okay. I don't know. Okay, this time I'm going to. Oh, look at this new content. That's amazing. What is this game? Just hey,
new content? What does that mean?
I guess I'm not done. I guess I'm not done with this playthrough. That's what it's telling me. That's crazy. It makes you think you're starting over again, and then it just like you turn a corner. It's like, nope, you're not done yet. I love that. I love that about this game, because it did make me feel like I started over. I was like, how come I didn't get a trophy? Because I finished it. I guess I didn't. The end is never the end, apparently.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Interesting. Oh, this version only came out a couple years ago. That's cool.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable.
Interesting. I wonder what they added.
The world over.
I wonder what they added, and I wonder what the original stuff was.
See what thrilling new adventure await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken?
I'm stuck.
What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I wonder what's going on.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Ooh.
All right. Let's see.
Jump
The jump circle?
I can jump now? Cool. Only in the circle. Might as well. Gotta get our jumps in. Sweet. Did it. No more jumping around, I guess.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this
I don't
is
know.
new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very
Sweet.
good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally
Not
accountable.
called that anymore.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
I
It
guess
could
so.
never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Whoa. Oh, nope. Still not a new game. Oh. Interesting. Oh.
Stanley!
Oh my God.
Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Yeah, why not, right? Why not? We don't crouch for any reasons. Whee! Why not? Oh my God.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
What is
Just
this?
our little secret. Take a look.
Weird. What is this?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Love that.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Love
you
it.
See, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Smile. It happened. Oh, that. Oh, that's a nice house. Oh, memory when you died. Are these all the different things that could happen? Weird.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. Jane Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and
What?
now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk. with an hour of new elevator content.
Stanley Parable, The Doors. Stanley Person of the Year. Here's more doors, red and blue doors. Okay, I guess.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Jesus.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise. These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Secrets.
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound
Again, this is like
insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Firewatch a little bit. This is weird. This is a long kind of bit here. This is kind of wild.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Maybe not.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go, poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works. Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
True.
Where did the door go?
True.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here.
Okay.
Wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes. Good.
All
I'll
right.
be right back.
We are not going to press it. See what happens. Boring. Wonder how long I should wait for. Wonder if he'll actually come back, or the game is... Well, this game does make me feel like options, right? So it's tempting me to push the button, but it does also make me feel like he's going to come back at any moment and be like, good, I'm back. I wonder if anyone's going to show up. Wonder how long they want me to wait for before I hit this button. There is a part of me that also feels like maybe this is just one of those where he's not coming back till they hit that button. Like there is no amount of time I can wait because he's just not going to come back. Ugh. Oh my god. I don't want to hit it. I want to not hit it and see what happens, but I don't want to wait. But that's what I have to do. I have to wait. I like that the clock's actually ticking. How long is he gonna be away? I got a trophy that says you can't jump. I don't know. It's because I hit X a bunch of times, I think. Maybe. Alright, let's go hit the button. I can't take it anymore. Let's hit the button.
Stanley!
Oh,
Stanley!
what?
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room.
Do it again.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
I just realized some of the lights were
I have
going on.
someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. 2 weeks? I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking?
Oh my
But
God.
it isn't, Stanley. It isn't.
Again.
Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year.
Clock's not
Have
even
you ever
going.
sat
A year?
down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
Shut up. He's gone. Over. The vent's not on. Even the voice is gone. I don't know what to do. Just keep hitting the button, I guess. Do it again. Why would this fall off? Weird. Weird. Again.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was the point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the
The beeping. Yeah, I found my way into this kind of really bad puzzle, and I've been stuck in it for a minute. I stumbled into like the extra stuff, I think, like the new stuff, and it's really long. I don't really know what to do. Just keep hitting the button, I guess.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the.
I can't. Is he dead yet? Oh my god. It's really dripping. Next time I hit this button, I'm gonna wake up and there's gonna be like water up to my waist. Watch. Oh shit. Well, now it's my waist, but we have an exit. I guess. Not really. I can't go over there. This game's pretty fun. It's very simple, almost too simple in a way where it's kind of boring. But I do like that this game kind of pokes fun of itself and saying, yeah, it is kind of a boring game. Sun. But it's also a very clever game. I don't know. Just keep hitting the button, I guess. Oh, this is cool. Now it's turning into The Last of Us. Speaking of which, I'll be playing that eventually. I just have been struggling to even want to play video games, let alone The Last of Us. But yeah, eventually. Oh my god, I'm gonna hit this button. There's gonna be like a tree here. What? It's all gone. They must have built over the top again. Oh my god, this is freaking me out. Get me out of here. I'm scared. Oh, the button's fucked. About time. Oh, here we go. Oh, everything's like weird. What the hell? Nothing exists. Time and space is nothing. What am I supposed to do? Whoa. Cool. Why does it feel like I'm supposed to just come out here? Oh! Never mind. I was gonna see this walk off. Is it a new game? Did I finish that one? Because last time I thought I finished it and I wasn't quite sure if I finished it. You know, I'm not quite sure if I finished it. What? This one I did. I don't know why it didn't work though.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I'm not
No
done
matter how
yet.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I don't think I'm done yet because the computers are all fucking wonky. Oh, look. See, I haven't been able to... I was never able to turn computers off before. I don't think I'm done yet. So, let me see here.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
It's hard to say.
Click a door 5 times.
I tried doing this
before you think
trophy
the trophy is
and it
worth-
didn't work.
I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the.
Let's try doing this again, I guess.
warrants recognition.
Even though it's not all that fun.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
You know what? I don't care enough about the trophy. Alright, so I still does not feel like I'm in a new... Like, oh my god, see again. New content. See? I'm not done yet. I could go over there, I guess. No, fuck it. We're going to keep going. We're not done yet.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Ugh. What is this? Am I supposed to finish? Am I done yet? Okay, so this is different than what I just did somehow? Well, I guess we'll check it out.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Oh my god.
The original Stanley
It's almost too
Parable was a
meta.
landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Look at this. Stanley Parable 2. I
Yes,
found
you
it.
See? Isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
It's a good idea.
This is what fans have truly been asking for.
That's true. They have been. I've been hearing it for years.
calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra
Yeah.
Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic
New hotness.
statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if
Who
I
took
can
the red
loosely
marker?
organize
Me.
a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is
New
much
content.
more of a fuzzy
New
magic than anything
features.
scientific or logical, really.
Oh my god, look at this.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
This is ridiculous. What is this?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew
What?
which one you actually really wanted all along.
Happy 12th birthday
12th
is
birthday,
weird.
Stepniece, it is.
Here we are, the jump circle again. I don't have any more jumps
You know
for me.
what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's oh wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
I didn't know.
Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
What? This is weird. The baby in a suit. Collectibles. Oh man.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want
Love
to
it.
stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Love it. Love it. 1 of 6.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
The infinite hole. New free and easy trophy. What? Go over here. Pull a lever and receive a trophy.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, you'll come... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay. Weird.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh. The infinite hole, I guess.
Stanley, here's
Oh,
an idea that I'm
check
truly
this out.
fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
It's like putting me back in a room. I guess we're just gonna jump down, right? Hey now!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Wonder how long this goes.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Wonder why. Whee!
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is.
Well, let's see
It's
where
an
it goes.
extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Oh!
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. Found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas.
What if I jump down again? Oh, shit.
Oh, for heaven. I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
It did.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about. And I've had enough of, gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
Me too. I want to keep doing
I
it.
suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is.
Oh.
The shame of my luck. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
We did it. Uh-oh.
Is the, teleport button not working?
Uh-oh.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose...
I'm stuck.
I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
What the hell? I like this hole. Whoa. I'm going back down. Interesting. Weird. Weird. Down in a hole. Oh, cool. This is silly. Why does he look like that? Change your perception. Change your reality, baby. There we go. We got a winner. Cool. Error.
Stanley!
Ah!
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
I'm still in the hole.
We can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
Why can't I get out of
Looking
here?
forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Shit's long as hell. The fuck? I made it. I'm out.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
The reassurance bucket. And then this one says the name of the player that's playing the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. sorry, I should
Jim.
have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just
Okay.
play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Helper.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religion. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
You got it. Alright, let's go to the exit. I think there's an exit that we can get to. There might be one or two more things around here that I can mess with, but I think I'm ready to exit. See what that's
Maybe
about.
I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Right here, the exit. Let's go here. Oh, I have to go around. Alright, here we go.
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should
Oh my
go to
God.
the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay?
Fine.
All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
This might be the only thing I haven't done yet anyway, so.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
there it is.
It's true.
I was wondering
As
where the
long
fuck
as
it
you
was.
hold onto the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
I want to
Can
play
you
the
imagine
original
what a pain
game
in the
now.
ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair,
I got a
must
bucket.
already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Cool.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Cool. I'll just take this bucket with me, I guess.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Now what? Maybe I can use this bucket somehow. Yeah, whatever. I guess now we can try to exit. I don't know what else I would use this for. Don't have to. the mostly infinite hole. I'm not sure if it said that before. Now we exit? Let's see. I guess so. We got our bucket in hand. Alright.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear
Pretty cool, I
yet
guess.
how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
There's a trophy right
Hold
there.
on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go, version 2. Who am
This
I
part
kidding,
is
Stanley?
weird.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
It's
I
again
do
more
very much
taking
enjoy
fun of it's
creating
making fun of
gags,
itself
so they don't
again.
add up
Just
to
like
anything.
yeah, we didn't
I
even make a
wanted
sequel.
more
We
than
should have. We
anything
could
to
have.
create a sequel
didn't.
that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they wouldn't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it.
There you go.
I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Boom.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising
Why do I have this fucking
conviction,
bucket?
This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
The Stanley Parable 2. This is fucking crazy.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
What the hell?
Stanley worked for
Huh?
a company in a big building.
It's
where
still
he
not
was
over yet.
Employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what
is
Employee
so weird.
427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
hell?
instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh my god. We're not even done yet still. Unbelievable.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
No, I'm
Click
good.
a door 5 times.
The bucket's
Is that
here.
all you think a trophy? Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oops. Okay, well, I got the bucket now. Oh, fuck, can't go that way. Alright, well, things are obviously not the same. Still a little bit weird. Oh my god.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Come on. Okay, I'm just gonna go for what he says. Why do I have a bucket?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
What? Oh.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now.
Hell yeah.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
What?
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together.
What the hell?
Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years.
I love this
Let him
bucket.
have it.
Here, you can have it.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There.
Get out of
Now
here.
it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
What? That's crazy. He just puts a sticker on it.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
That's
that
true.
way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, "Ah, it's a bucket."
True.
There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker. You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Okay, so it's just a fun little bit here. So I can't give up my bucket. Alright, sorry guys.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
can't quite remember. Yeah, let's just follow it. We'll just go upstairs. Maybe there's something I can do in the bathroom now. Trophy.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember,
funny.
no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So,
Love it.
I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Love it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
True.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
So I didn't miss out on anything going this way. Oh, another trophy.
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
Nice.
This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Oh, yeah. This one's weird because it's so long. This like extended one, like I feel like I've beaten the game twice now, but this third one is taking me like so much longer than the other ones have, which isn't a bad thing because it's kind of fun. It is just so weird.
If not for the bucket, soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty,
Because it keeps
he would be all right.
keeps faking like it's
Bucket
done
is here for you, Stanley.
as well.
Everything will be fine.
It feels like the game. It keeps faking like the game's done. At least it seems like it fakes like the
Stanley
game's
and the
done.
bucket walked
Oh my
straight
god,
ahead
here we
through
go
the
again.
large door
I've never
of
gone
the
this way.
Mind control facility.
I've never gone this way. I've never gone this way. I guess still haven't don't go this way. Do I still have the bucket? Oh, I do. Okay. This is weird.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Because this has got to be different because I have a bucket this time. You know, this can't just be the same thing because I didn't have a bucket last time.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Good job, Stanley.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do
weird.
things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
So silly.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it.
He screamed
His
into
own
it.
life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Okay.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Hell yeah, we
Two
will.
Best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They
Sounds good to me.
high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
I love that. Hell yeah. Turn off the system. The bucket and I will live forever.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest
Nice.
and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away.
I hope.
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Oh God.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Oh no. Come on.
Terrible silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
Oh my
The
God.
facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence.
Throw the bucket.
Needed the soothing warmth of the bucket. Go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms.
Oh my
Not
goodness.
while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness
What?
isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Okay, this is different. So, still going here. Here's the bucket again.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Hell yeah.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Oh, I've never gone that way. And we're not gonna start now.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Interesting. Wonder if he wants me to jump off. or
Good,
not.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket
Sure,
was
why not?
speaking to him.
Let's
It
follow the
should have
bucket.
alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and
True.
he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Brilliant. Oh, there's a trophy over there. How do I get over there? Who knows?
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Sure, why not? Oh, telephone.
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together. This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
Oh my god.
Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh, it's right here. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship.
Oh my god.
It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head. Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Weird. We're back.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else. You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket.
I love
His
this
stupid
bucket.
hunk of metal.
I don't want to do that. I guess I have to. Oh,
It's
jeez.
sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Yeah, it's a nice bucket.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another. Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do
Let
I
me
feel
out!
some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
no,
Oh god.
What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say.
Why
Do
does he want to
anything it
bang my
asks.
bucket?
What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
Oh my god, it's on the bedroom.
If I had, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it.
No!
Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
Oh god. Go back to work, Stanley. The fuck was that? And again, we're not done yet. We're in a brand new world I've never been in
All of his
before.
co-workers
Oh.
were gone. What could it mean?
It's a bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is I have I have a choice not to pick up the bucket if I don't want to. Fuck it. I want
The
bucket.
confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Weird.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go
Gonna
somewhere
jump
else.
off this time. See what
Cargo
happens.
lift, yeah. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Kind of, but not really.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley,
Oh.
how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
What the hell?
Please, step in here for a moment.
Weird. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shit never ends.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
It is.
Incorrect.
What?
It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
God damn.
Item 2.
That's a bucket.
Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay. Not doing so great.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
That's a bucket.
Correct.
Yes.
This is a bucket.
Knew it.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No, that's a tractor.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
I guess.
Is this a bucket?
No, it's still a tractor.
Incorrect.
What?
This is a bucket.
Okay. Yep, that's a
Item
bucket.
6. Is this a bucket?
Totally.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Like, yeah, I guess so.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Is it a bucket?
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless,
Yeah.
in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even speak. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now
This
I'm
game really
somewhat
goes
adrift.
random
Do
places.
any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm
You're the
afraid
bucket.
the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
What?
Okay, here we go.
No. I love my bucket.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley,
Profound.
you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of
Sounds
the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Okay. This shit ain't over yet, is it? No way is it over.
All of his co-workers
Because
were
the
gone.
balloons are still
What could it
here.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket's right here. Why is there the bucket? I'm gonna skip the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Alright, no bucket this
The
time.
lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business.
Alright, I'm gonna think I'm
Stanley
gonna
took the
try
first open
to
door
answer
on
the
his
phone
left.
this time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Which way is the phone again? I think the phone
Look,
is
Stanley, I think
up.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is
her.
it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work
Here we
aside,
go.
to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
This is what I haven't done. Last time I unplugged the
You
phone.
need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Let's do it.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Ah!
Gotcha.
Oh my god, that freaked me
Oh,
out.
come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? Who'd want to
Kinda,
commit
I
their
guess.
life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
My wife. Not much.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427 press. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on
Oh my God.
fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
What the
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
What are we learning here? Spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either.
Oh my
At
God.
last,
What is
choice
this? The Stanley Parable is
barely
just like some
even
weird
mattered
limbo
what lay
game.
behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he
my God.
began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
The hell? Tell your kids the story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Oh my God.
But there is no
I
answer.
love you. Hey!
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing
He's
is
gonna turn
pushing the
right back
same
into my
buttons he
office.
always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
I'm
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
okay. I won't do it. I won't do it. How long do I have to not do it for? Ah!
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Yeah.
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please
And
die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
All right. That's got to be it, right? I mean, I could keep going.
All
That's
of his
the thing.
coworkers were gone. What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket's here. Where was the extra content? To the left?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah. Thought it was like right here, or maybe it was around the next corner, like in the new content. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, this game is so fucked. Oh, there's the places to find them. A large room with lots of boxes. I know that one. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Somewhere, both red and blue. I know where all those. I know where those are. Trust the completionist instinct. This is so nutty. And every time you just kind of keep moving, everything just kind of changes little by little. It's so nutty. I don't need to go in there. There's no door here.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Not this time. Here we go.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic...
This game is hard to stop. Let's put it that way. There's a level of this game where it's kind of boring, but it's hard to not keep going. That's the thing is this. Oh, I don't know what it is about this game, but it's hard to not continue. Like, I just want to keep going. I'm going to go do the escape path just once. Let's go do the escape path once.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
All right. God, it's so weird because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do or not do. Like, should I not touch the bucket anymore? You know, I'm in a place where I'm like, every time I'm like, well, if I pick up the bucket, I think I'm starting something different.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope, we're going to go this way. For the first time, we're going to go left. See what this is about.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Brilliant. I mean, it isn't a form of escape.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Kind of love it, to be honest.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
And that's it? I'm not even dead.
As
I'm
the
alive.
machine whirred into motion, Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise.
Oh,
It
jeez.
reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He
Jeez.
doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
This is really how I die?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Oh.
In a
Guess not.
single visceral instant, Stanley was
Weird.
obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Not. What the fuck?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I see now. The 2 doors. The set of 2 doors. The 2 open doors is a very concrete piece of Stanley Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Okay. Okay, so I'm dead. Stanley's computer. Whatever. Like, are these like the actual credits? Maintenance room. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley will end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose tone of the game. People interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Oh, look at these two.
Weird.
How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
jeez.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
What the fuck?
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I just let time choose. I think. He's back. Okay. Okay, I think I'm done now. This game is goofy. So goofy. And I think the weirdest part is I didn't expect things to carry over. I expected me to like start a new run every time. And so the fact that every time I like died or I started a new run, like things would change is so weird. Wait. The sequel is now paused? What? 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 I don't get it. I'm so lost. Is this the Stanley Parable 2?
Gangsters, what's
Oh
up, guys?
man. Yo, Dame Darling, welcome in. Thank you for rating me. New mission. Oh man, what is this? Oh no. I don't know what's going on. Thank you for rating me and finding me. How did you find me? Let's see. Welcome in. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I just played this for a bunch and I'm so confused. I don't want to. I'm kind of at a point where I'm almost done with the game. We're both Fruities. All right, welcome in, Fruities. Dame and hello, Aaron. Sorry, I don't recognize your names. I'm starting to remember more people. I've been kind of inactive a little bit more the last couple weeks. But I'm trying to get better. So I don't know what I'm trying to do here because I'm not sure if I want to go again. You know, I guess we can. We can go one more time and I can kind of talk you through what I've been doing. But I've never played this game.
This is a story.
Okay, I'll skip this, I guess. But I've never played it. I'm horrible about myself, and this is legit the first time I've gotten to roll through. So, oh, no worries. Yeah, I'm meeting some people, and then I go to some streams and I'm meeting other people. Yeah, hard to remember a name you truly haven't seen. And no one else will do. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. But yeah, I just I've been trying to find my way around to other Fruities, and let's see. Do you both stream? Do I follow you both yet? No? Well, let's just get it going then. Bam. Either way. We do, but I am not a Fruity, just her mod. Either way. I appreciate you both finding me and finding me through the Fruities. I don't know what to do here, so I take it you both might have played this. We both stream. Aaron is my platonic wife, but not a Fruity. Brilliant. Thank you for clarifying and everything. Nice to meet you both. I don't know what I'm doing here. Totally a straight woman. Okay. But
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm just so
Stanley decided to go
confused. Like, there's
Fruity. Perhaps he had
balloons.
simply missed a memo.
There's this bucket that I don't want to pick up anymore, but my character seems to really like this bucket. I don't really know. What is this? What is this? Where's the other one? Okay, so the first time that happened is when I was on this desk at the 420 or 419 desk. I was doing like the trophy stuff, and then I had the purple one. So now it's over there. Oh man, is there another computer somewhere?
No matter how hard Stanley looked,
God, shut
he
up.
couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I've seen a lot of people play it, and it's a well-loved game, but I have the brain cells for it. Yeah, I've never... I've heard about it. I've never really seen anything about it. And it just came out for free on PlayStation, so I grabbed it, and I didn't really know what to play, so I just I went with this, and it's boggling my mind. And so I kind of want to play the original game so I know what's not extra, because this bucket and these balloons and stuff is all extra, I think. But this is cool, the computer. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for that. But it's just so many different endings and so many different ways you can go that it just...
When Stanley
Like,
gave
this
the
is the part
set
right
of two
here.
Open doors, he entered the door on his left.
If I go to the door on the left... No, I think I'm going this way. I'm going to go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
This
he
is
wanted
so
to stop
weird.
by the employee lounge first.
It's really funny, though. The thing is, it's very dry. Like, it's super dry humor. Like, The narrator is really funny, but he talks a lot. And the best part is that they kind of take the piss out of it. Like, they're like, yeah, we understand this is kind of a boring game, and the narrator talks, and some people think it's funny, some people don't. They, like, take the piss out of themselves, which is great.
What a room.
Yeah, he's been cracking me up. There was a moment in here for about 30 minutes where I was kind of getting bored with the game. I'm just like, what else am I supposed to do? But then I started finding new stuff, and I just kept rolling.
Took the first open door on his left.
So I've never gone in this door. Oh my god. Thank you for the follow. I've never gone left after going right. I've never gone back this way. So this is one of the things I've never I've never done. I still don't want to do it yet because there's other things I want to do yet.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
And there's like a little collectible over there I gotta somehow get.
Foot here.
I don't know
I'm
how.
not your enemy, really, I'm not.
This is weird.
Realize that investing in your trust in someone else
Never personally finished it. My brain's not on board for that. Just go and do a thing. I kind of like this kind of stuff where there's like different paths you can take, and it's just like, all right, well, oh,
really?
Yep, I jumped.
In the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
I kind of
others?
like it.
Are
It
you
just,
that convinced that I want something
you know, it
bad to
racks your
happen to
brain
you?
a little
Why,
bit.
I don't know how to convince you.
I
of
have
this, but I
decision
really
paralysis.
do
This game
want
is not
to
meant
help
for
you,
me.
to show you something beautiful. Look,
You get over it.
that I'm on your side.
Oh, see?
Give me a chance.
Okay, so you get over it pretty quickly. In the beginning, like the first wave through this, I was having a hard time. Like my first playthrough, I didn't want to make any decisions. But now it's more trial and error. It's more fun. And here's another thing that I didn't even realize. They have this sign here for buckets. One time I came down here with a bucket, and it's like, you can't go through there. You're not allowed with a bucket. I was like, what the hell does that even mean? And then this door opened up, and I went that way. The narrator's quite good. I just... I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Now listen carefully. This
Oh my
is
God.
important. Stanley walked through
Hey!
the red door.
Nice.
You're getting close now, Stanley.
I've got almost
You've
all
really
these.
gotten all of the Fiddler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
It will
We'll
be.
be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Fiddler and Marines. None of us can.
Just making up names every fucking time. Okay, so... And then this time, when I came down here last time, I went through the blue door over and over and over. So I've never gone through the red door. So I think I'm going to try it this time. We're going to go through the red door and see what happens.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running.
I get really scared easily as well. So like
It's killing us, Stanley.
my first playthrough a little earlier, I was like screaming. Like there was at least 2 moments where I literally screamed, even though
Just stopped.
it's not a...
I think I have a solution.
Is this a circle?
Here, let me show you.
Oh. Weird. Because I don't know, you just don't know the limits of the game, right? You're not quite sure what's going to happen, if anything's going to jump scare you, so any little thing kind of freaks me out. Like this, what's happening here?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
I don't know. Cool.
Here.
Cool.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
I agree.
I actually feel happy.
This is cool. Is this what I'm supposed to do? Like, stare at it? I feel like... Oh, Jesus. It's all sorts of colors. Totally trippy. It's the great bagel in the sky. Am I supposed to like leave? It's hard to tell what I'm supposed to do sometimes. Oh,
No, wait.
wait, no,
Going?
no. You're right. You're right.
Right. Where were
What? I guess the drugs from your game made it over here. I guess so. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, this is something I want to experience in the real world. Alright, well, fuck it. I guess we're going down the hole. Sorry, narrator.
Oh no! Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I'm not gonna die. I'll be fine.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Do I have to? Yeah, whatever.
No! Oh, thank God you lived.
All right.
You had me worried there for a moment.
Let's go live in peace now.
Can we please get back to the other room?
Yeah, let's. Oh my. Hell yeah.
There. See? This is what you want.
I agree.
This is where we can both be happy.
I
we
agree.
really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
I agree. This count is moving. This is the other part of the game. It's like I'm not sure if like I'm supposed to wait around. You know, am I supposed to just chill out here or feels like I should just stay here. I'm not quite sure. Oh, colors are back. I know. And there was a part earlier in this game where there was like a fast forward button and he kept saying like, don't push the button. And I'm just standing there for like minutes at a time. I'm just like, okay, well, if I don't push the button, how long do I stand here? I'm standing here for like, I stood there like for like 5 minutes in real life and just nothing happened. I was like, is nothing supposed to happen? Or did I not wait long enough? Like, I don't even know. And so sometimes, like right now, it feels like maybe I should leave, but also, I don't know. Screw it. Let's leave. Let's make the narrator cry a little bit more.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
I mean, like, whatever. We're just gonna jump again, I guess. I don't know.
No. What do you do? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I don't know, bro. I wish I had some cheese popcorn right now. Whee! Fuck,
Stanley,
my shins.
let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, you got it. What's this? A picture. A weird picture.
Yes. Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
I've seen it from the beginning, man. I get it. I understand what this room's about.
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
No. What am I supposed to do? Alright, you know what? I can't take it in here. It's too bright. We're out of here.
No, perhaps not.
Let's jump again. guess.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Whee!
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
I guess so.
Looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Yeah, this is my choice. I'm gonna go through this door. If I live, we can go look at the colors again. How about that?
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
All right, and just like that, we're back at the beginning.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
look for
Stanley
the-
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
for the
he had
purple
simply missed a
computers.
memo.
That one's not purple this time. There's no purple, or no rope this time. Just not quite sure. Oh, this is different. This is different. What is this? Like, this is what I mean. Like, this wasn't here before.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Like, come on, you know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, you know. I mean, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I also don't. It just boggles my mind, right? Okay, so we've got one statue left that I haven't figured out how to get to yet. Not that I need to. So weird. Can we go in here now?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oof. Right. Now let's go this way.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
No, it
As
doesn't.
Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Except for, like,
for example,
that he's
why
dead.
couldn't he see his feet when he looked
You know, it
down?
does make sense
Why
that,
did
like,
doors close
Stanley's
automatically
dead.
behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Oh my god.
So,
all right, once we figure this out, I'm going to be done for the night. I want to go take a shower.
Wee,
I'm flying.
Himself soaring through space on a magical
so in a little bit, we're going to find someone else to raid, and we're going to pass on the love.
Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there
This
a
is the
voice
part
in
where
my
I
head
think I got bored,
dictating
because it's just
everything
like,
that I'm doing and thinking?
it's so long.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking
It's funny,
how it's
it just
describing my thoughts. He
takes a
thought.
long time.
And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice could
Yeah, I was just like standing here wandering around, like I was fine with it looping, but it just kept going, and I was like, man, this guy doesn't
was
stop
Stanley
talking.
simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to
Which,
take this
again, like what he says is good. What he says is
Stanley
funny.
is
It's
as
just very
awake right
long.
now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was
keep
a part
doing
of himself
circles.
too.
Keep
Surely,
doing
surely,
circles.
if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Ah!
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up. he
Let's
thought to
see
himself.
who is
I'm through
live
with this
at the
dream.
moment.
I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Ah!
Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
I am normal.
Everything will be fine.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I am okay.
Jesus. All right.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Boom.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, that's right. This
Mariella
woman.
woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her
Oh,
place
this is not
of
what I
work.
thought it was.
But on
I
this
died.
particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go...
Okay, this is not the ending I thought it was,
for
to be
just
honest.
a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Yeah, this is a long
What crazy
way
people look
around.
like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting
wild.
she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career.
I don't even know what to
By
think about this
extension,
game.
the rest of
I've
her
had
life.
lots of fun with it.
She had no time
It's
for this. So
very
it was only a moment that she stood there, staring
fun.
down at the
I don't know what
valley.
to say. It's just fun, and it's my type of game. I kind of dig this type of game. I feel like the game ended up twisting my brain in the end more than I wanted. Because even right now, I don't even know where I'm supposed to go. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I guess I could try again, but I'm not going to right now. But like, I've reached a point where I feel like I've gotten my fill of the game for the night. I've really enjoyed it. It was quite fun. But that's gonna be it for me tonight. So we're gonna raid somebody. Our friend, what's her name? Sophie Knock. She's a firekeeper, a friend of the Fruities. We're gonna start the raid. They're playing Dead Space, and so we're gonna go over there, say hi, and that's where we're gonna end it tonight. Okay, so thank you all for being here. I appreciate the raids. I had 2 tonight. Thank you for the follows. It's really nice getting to know you both, Aaron and Dame. I hope to see you soon. and I'm gonna try to jump in your streams, and hopefully we all get to know each other, right? Get to know each other a little better. I'm mostly gonna be streaming again tomorrow night, so maybe I'll see some of you tomorrow, and if not, maybe I'll catch you on your streams. Either way, have a good next few days. Stay positive. Thank you for being here, and I'll see y'all soon. Nice to meet you. Bye bye.